What's up YouTube, this is Albert Aldridge of albertaldridgefitness.com and welcome to day 4 of my lean bulk program, which is a journey where you're going to see me try and stay as lean as possible but put on lean muscle mass around 1 to 2 pounds every month, and I'm going to try and achieve 140 kilos on the bench press, 180 kilos on the back squats, and then 220 kilos on the deadlift. It's going to take me a long time. I'm estimating around 2 to 3 years, but fingers crossed I can get there soon. And old Mr. Numpty Head over here, I went to university today because I had to go in very early. That's why you're seeing a different gym. And the reason you're seeing a low quality video is because I took this camera that I'm filming on right now. I had the tripod ready. It was all good. I went to check where the battery is. The memory card was there, but I left the battery at home. So I had to use my iPhone instead. But in this gym in the past, I've had a little bit, well, I've had somebody ask me not to use the camera, so I've had to be very discreet. So using an iPhone was optimal, and once I go back to uni properly for the start of term, I will be having to use this gym twice a week and then doing 4 workouts at the normal gym I go to. So it'll be a mixture of using my iPhone and this camera unless I can negotiate with them. But anyway, moving on to this workout. Usually with my training days, I do 3-mile run beforehand, before going to the gym as a warm-up, and then do the workout. I do a strength portion, so do 3 sets with around 2 to 3 minutes rest time, really focusing. Well, I do 1 AMRAP set, and then the sets 2 and 3 are achieving a certain number of reps. So for example, I think it was, on bench press yesterday, on the incline bench press, I did 61 kilos for an AMRAP set of 6, and then I did rest pause to get up to 12 reps, and then I did 2 more rest pause sets to get up to 12 reps. So that's the structure I do, and then I do a 75-minute hypertrophy workout. But today I only had time to do 75 minutes in the gym, so for the hypertrophy stuff. So what I did was a 4-mile run in the morning because I wouldn't have time to do the strength bit at the gym, just so I have the same kind of energy output and trying to keep things as consistent as possible. But then I just did a hypertrophy leg session today. And I still started off with squats though. I did 90 kilos for it wasn't quite an AMRAP set because I could have done more, but I did 12 reps with 90 kilos and then did 4 more sets, and they were rest pause sets. And then I did a whole bunch of different leg exercises. But when I'm in a different gym setting and I don't have a mirror when I'm squatting, I can find it a little bit harder, which shows that I've been relying on the mirror too much. And it was actually quite a struggle to be motivated to train legs today, but I got the job done. But moving on to the topic of this video, I'm going to be telling you a whole bunch of different training intensity techniques in order to build muscle mass. But with my approach, it all depends on the person. I've done drop sets and things like that in the past, and I will go over them in this video. But I personally, if I just focus on progressive overload and I don't use drop sets, I can still get what we call delayed onset of muscle soreness the day after a workout. That doesn't necessarily mean you are progressing, but it shows that you've been working hard in the gym, and that's what I'm going to personally do in this lean bulk. But I might implement some training intensity techniques. I'll see how I go, but for now I'm just literally focusing on progressive overload, which is increasing my weights over time and across weeks. But if you're someone maybe at the moment who is a little bit bored with your training, you'd like to change something up, or you are struggling to see progression, then these are some brilliant tips that you can apply to your own training. So for example, first tip, drop sets. So what I mean by that, the standard drop set literally means, I'll give you an example. On the bench press, you do 60 kilograms, you do a set of 10 to failure, and then what you do is you drop it down to 40 kilos, and then you do another set to failure straight after, no rest time. But there are a lot of different variations of drop sets that you can do. So one is, for example, you can go down the rack. So what that means, like with dumbbells, side lateral raises, you might start off with 10 kilos, go to failure, then go to the 8 kilo dumbbells, then the 6 kilo dumbbells, than the 4 kilo dumbbells. You're able to get a high amount of volume in a short period of time. So these training intensity techniques are really good if you have a short amount of time to go to the gym one day, because you're able to do a high amount of volume in a short period of time. Also, down and up, that's really good actually. Say if you're squatting, what you do is you start off with, you could do it with 20 kilo plates each side, or if you're from America, 45-pound plates each side, and keep adding them. But to be honest, I'm not that strong. You may be that strong and might be able to keep adding 45-pound plates, but with the standard person, it will probably be like adding 5 kilos or 10 kilos every time. So say you do 40 kilos on the squats for 10 reps, and then you add another 10 kilos each side, 60 kilograms on each side for 10 reps, then go 80 kilos each side for 10 reps, then 100 kilos each side for 10 reps, until you do a really hard set of 10, and then you progressively come back down again. So go back down to 80 kilos for 10 reps, 60 kilos for 10 reps, 40 kilos for 10 reps. That's a really good technique to use. You could try loading up the bar to the heaviest weight first. So say go to 120 kilos, do that to failure, then strip it, go to 100 kilos to failure, then 80 kilos, then 60 kilos. That's another good one. You'll feel so smashed after doing some of these ones. And actually, this is something I haven't tried before. You can, well, excuse me, that's Diet Coke for you. That's very rude to do that on camera. But you could try this, and I've never seen anyone do this before, but say if you have a Smith machine and you're doing a push day, what you can do is do a tricep, what we call it. So it's 3 exercises in a row, but do incline, into flat, into decline, if you're able to do that with the bench that you have. So incline usually is the weakest for people, so do that to failure, then go to flat to failure, because that's usually a little bit stronger, and then decline is usually your strongest point. So doing them one after the other, but progressively changing the angle. Anyway, that's drop sets. I'm already 6 minutes in, so I'm going to just go quickly crash through these because I don't want to keep you too long. Forced reps, what this is that you go to failure, and then you need a training partner for this, but they help lift the bar up, and then you can bring the weight slowly back down, and they help bring the bar up again, you can bring the weight slowly back down. And what we call that is forced reps or negative. So the strongest portion, you have the concentric, we'll say with a bench press when you push the weight up, and then on the way down is the eccentric portion when you're lowering the weight, and that is the stronger portion of the two. So it's really good if you have a training partner to do negatives, because you're able to exhaust the eccentric part of the movement and therefore take your muscle beyond failure. Rest pause sets, so you choose a weight where, say you can do it for 10 repetitions, I'll be doing that recently, then you stop, then you come back again, you rest say like 10-20 seconds, then do another 5 repetitions to failure, stop, unrack it again, then do another 5 repetitions until you get to 20 repetitions. Supersets, they're really good, so you do one exercise straight into another one. Usually you do this with antagonistic pairs, and what that essentially means is the opposing muscle groups. So for example, when you're doing a bicep curl, when you bring the bar all the way up, you contract the bicep, and the tricep, which is the back of the upper arm, relaxes. But then you bring the bar all the way down, contract the tricep at the bottom, but then the bicep relaxes. So what you could do is a set of barbell curls and then straight into a set of skull crushers, because they're opposing muscle groups and you're able to do more volume in a shorter period of time. Giant sets, they're really good. I mean, that's quite good if you want to burn some calories, because usually that's about 2, 3, 4, 5 exercises immediately in a row. But say after the 2 exercises, you're usually quite burnt out, so you're not able to use as much weight for the 3rd, 4th and 5th exercise. So it's not really good if you want to pack on muscle mass, but if you're trying to burn calories, then it's brilliant. Focusing on strength, that's more working in the say 1 to 6 rep range, maybe 5 rep range, and it's more working on the central nervous system, so getting your body used to handling heavier loads, and that's going to tie in and help build strength and then help you use heavier weights for your hypertrophy sets. Change up the rep ranges you use, so go 5 reps, 10 reps, 15 reps, 20 reps, try 30 reps sometimes. Partials are really good as well, so only doing like a small part of the movement. So for example, say with 21s, if you've heard about that with bicep curls, you do 7 repetitions at the top, 7 repetitions of the bottom part of the movement, and then 7 full repetitions. They're really good if you want to get a sweet, sweet burn. Pre-exhausting, so doing say a set of chest flies before you go into a pushing movement in order to get blood into the muscle so you can feel it work even more. cheap reps, I wouldn't advise that for beginners because there's a little bit more danger to it, but it's another form of progressive overload. And there are just so many other ones, but I only just want to cover a few because I don't want to overload you with information and make this video too long. But if you did enjoy this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. I do apologise again about the poor footage. It won't be like this tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please share this video with anyone who you think will find it helpful. And I'll see you in the next... Oh, comment below as well because I will reply to you. And I'll see you in the next one. See you later. Capiche, arrivederci, au revoir. Bye.